All right, let's get this show started.
Let's kick today's news off with Aljamain Sterling celebrating his UFC 300 victory. Sterling had a successful featherweight debut at UFC 300, defeating Calvin Kattar via unanimous decision. Now, the former champ has posted clips of him celebrating the victory while with Bobby Green, Jamal Hill, and his wife. Alexander Volkov confesses to being defeated during sparring with Sergei Pavlovich. Pavlovich is expected to make his Octagon comeback in June, facing Alexander Volkov at UFC on ABC 6. This event will be notable because it marks the UFC's first event in Saudi Arabia. However, this isn't the first time Volkov and Pavlovich will have crossed paths. In a conversation with the Russian media outlet Match TV, Volkov shared insights from sparring sessions with his upcoming opponent. In Volkov's words, "Well, you saw these sparring sessions yourself. He hits like a hoof. Very hard. It was very hard to work with him. I think I didn't win a single round against him. Of course, after every punch, my legs were shaking. To be honest, when he came to sparring, I tried to stand with him less because I realized that every time he hit, some injury could happen. I stood up for the very first rounds with him and tried not to stand up anymore because when Sergei was warming up, he could hit very hard." Volkov also revealed that he was forced by the UFC to fight Pavlovich, saying, "I found out about this fight when it was already announced. The UFC, as I understand it, received a yes from Sergei Pavlovich's team because they replied that they would agree if I agreed. I already had turned down several fights because I didn't want to fight with my compatriots whom I trained with. My limits on refusals, in the eyes of the UFC, unfortunately, are gone." Arman Tsarukyan responds to a fan's request. The fan involved in the altercation with Arman Tsarukyan during his UFC 300 walkout said he won't sue the UFC but wants tickets for the McGregor vs. Chandler fight. Now, during an interview on UFC Unfiltered, Arman said he's going to give the fan who flipped him off free tickets to the event, which is set to take place at UFC 303.
He apologized. Did you read that he had said he was sorry for it, for provoking you and flipping you off? He said he was sorry and he congratulated you on your fight and said he just kind of got carried away in the moment.
It was good, but like he asked me about tickets to UFC 303 or where's Connor's fight?
303.
303, yeah. So I gotta give him ticket.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, he seems like he's like, look, I get carried away. I'm really sorry. Congratulate. He's not a dick about it. Yeah.
No problem. I'm good
Tickets, it's cheaper than a lawsuit. I mean, fuck him. You know?
And the guy's a great story.
But yesterday I heard I'm going to get trouble with the commission.
Hey, doesn't matter. You're a fucking superstar.
Bo Nickal predicts how a fight between him and Khamzat would go. Chimaev recently took to X dismissing Nickal's wrestling skills as quote-unquote big bullshit. This happened following Nickal's impressive second-round submission win over Cody Brundage in the opening bout of UFC 300. Now, while on the MMA Hour, Nickal declared that a clash with Chimaev is inevitable. He confidently predicted that he would ragdoll Chimaev and eventually finish him.
I know it's not going to happen next, but they book you against him right now. How does that fight go?
You know, I think I'd do very similarly to him what I did to this last guy. Take him down, ragdoll him, throw him around. You know, he's not a big 85er. He gets tired. So, you know, is his first round going to be a little better, more competitive? Probably. But if that fight's 5 rounds, I don't think he makes it 5 rounds, if we're being honest. And yeah, that's to me, you know, kind of a general assessment. Will it be tough at the beginning? Is he going to come at me? Absolutely. But I don't think he's going to be able to really hurt me or do anything that inflicts so much damage that I'm not going to be able to just widen the gap on him as the fight continues.
Here's Dustin Poirier's reaction to Justin Gaethje's UFC 300 loss. The Twitter user Full Violence has posted a video capturing Poirier's reaction to Justin Gaethje's devastating knockout defeat at UFC 300. Notably, Poirier has faced both Gaethje and Holloway inside the octagon. The trash talk between Ilia Topuria and Max Holloway continues. During a recent appearance on the MMA Hour, Topuria said that he will not fight Holloway unless the BMF belt is on the line. Responding to these conditions, Holloway, during an appearance on the Jim Rome show, took a jab at Ilia by stating, "That's not the tone of a bad motherfucker."
Hey, Max, one more thing about Ilia. He said, yeah, maybe I'll do it, but I'm not going to fight Max unless he puts his BMFL belt on the line as well.
Yeah.
What do you do with that belt? How do you feel about that?
We see what happens. I mean, that's not very BMF a way to say it. You know, a BMF wouldn't be like, I'm not going to fight this guy unless this is that's kind of un-BMF. You know, let me ask you.
That's you. That's you, BMF. You BMF, un-BMF.
Yeah. Does it sound BMF of the way he's trying to demand it and saying I'm not gonna fight? A BMF fights whatever, fights whoever, whenever, any weight, anytime, and that's not a tone of a BMF, brother. So I don't know. We see what happens. Whatever UFC wants to do, they want to do. I just want to be in the octagon with them. I want to see what the hype is about.
Topuria responded tweeting, "The only thing questionable about me is whether I finish you by KO or submission. I just beat the guy that beat you not once, not twice, but 3 times. You now have the one thing that keeps you relevant, and that would grant you a money fight, the BMF belt. I no longer fight for money, but for legacy. Winning that belt while holding my title will cement me as the first to hold both belts, the first to knock out Volk, and what most certainly will happen when we fight, the first one to put you to sleep. Something to calm you down is this: God doesn't shame anyone. You will have a worthy defeat against a champion who will be remembered for eternity. I decide who, when, and where. If you don't like the terms, I'm sure Ortega will oblige." Max Holloway shares the leg damage he sustained against Justin Gaethje. During a recent live stream on Kick, Holloway revealed the extent of the leg damage he incurred from Gaethje's powerful kicks. Check this out.
Whoop my ass, dog. My calf, it looks way better. It's way better. My leg is way better. It's bruised though.
What you need for this one? The books?
Yeah, book. Three books. Regular 4 books for super. Oh. Like crazy. That guy kicked like a Mack truck, bro. That guy kicked like a Mack truck, bro. Kicks like a Mack truck, bro. Kicks like a Mack truck, bro. This guy.
It's time for today's top memes. Third place was found over on X and was posted by Beaver Smash TV. Second place meme was found over on Instagram and was posted by As Shopped As It Gets. And the top picked meme was found over on Instagram and posted by Drew Madro. Thanks for watching. If you like the content, smash that like button and don't forget to subscribe to stay in the talk.